Okay, so I'm not gonna care about the mess that I have behind, but I need to put out this video out there for myself too, so that I can rewatch it when I need it. Whenever I have doubts or fears coming up, I am dealing with my monkey mind or anything that is not aligned with my end goal. I do this thing where I embody someone else that has this energy of coach, guru, spiritual mentor, whatever that is. And I embody their energy because if I myself cannot get out of whatever mental state I am in, I pretend that I am someone else. If I were a master at manifesting, how would I feel? Who would I embody if I were a manifesting monster? If I were a great manifester and I wouldn't have to worry about a thing because I just think of what I want. I know it's mine already, and I don't need to worry about that thing because I know it's meant to be mine. So I embody the state of someone that knows how to manifest in a blink of an eye, that knows how to manifest with confidence, that knows how to manifest anything, that nothing is impossible, that you're just, that person is just shaping their life on so much ease and so much calmness. I feel an inner sense of calmness, an inner sense of stability, inner sense of knowing that everything that surrounds me is myself. Whatever thing I see is my responsibility. So anything that I don't like, I see it in my mind that it has changed, and I know that as I change that scene, the change also must happen in my reality, and I don't have a single doubt about that. Because in the moment that I put my awareness on the thing that I want to change, it already started changing. I don't even have to have thoughts. It's just my essence. It's just my essence that's my essence tunes into that frequency because I see something in my reality that I don't think is a match to me. I want to change it, and I immediately shift into that frequency where that thing already has changed, and I don't wait for, and I don't rely on the 3D as a proof, because what kind of God would rely on the 3D as a proof? I don't need that proof because I am the proof. Everything is calm, everything is still. Not even one leaf can fall of a tree without my consent. So as I am confident in my power, it's like a calm confidence. It's not a type of confidence that I need to brush it on people's faces. No, it's not that type of confidence. It's just like a confidence where I only have myself as a standard because I know that I will never see any validation from the outside. Whatever thing I see on the outside is not my validation, because that thing to be, in order to be created, it must have been thought or felt or embodied by myself first. There are so many things that we give for granted. Let me give you like practical examples. Not even once in my life I have thought of getting into a car accident. Not when I was a kid, not since I got my driving license. I never thought of getting into an accident. But years ago, I started thinking about the possibility of getting into a car accident. It was just like a random thought. But I started being scared of getting into a car accident. And whenever I drove around, I had that thought in my brain where I was a little bit tense and I was scared of getting into a car accident, and I was very aware of how other people were behaving, how other people were driving their cars. And little did I know I think that not long after I had that thought and I started feeling into that energy, I got into a car accident. I was not driving. I was a passenger, and it was not like a big car accident, but it still was one. And that's exactly what I have manifested. So I was a little bit scared after it happened, but this was the proof that my thoughts create. So after that time, I stopped thinking about getting into car accidents and I stopped being scared of it. I stopped having any sort of thought related to car accident. And on the other half, no, not on the other half, I started to feel very secure of my driving skills. And that, in fact, is the only car accident that I've ever got into. And as I was mentioning, this can be applied to anything that you give for granted in your life. Another thing that we give for granted, because I'm trying to make you think about the times where you also give for granted things that you don't even think about, but they just are what they are because you give them for granted and you know that they are what they are. Another thing is my parents have their business. They work together. And not even once I've had a thought where I was scared or I never thought of their business failing. And this has never happened. Or maybe I just gave it awareness once because I realized that I always gave it for granted. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, they have their business going, but anything can happen. So there is the possibility that their business could fail. But I never believed into that thing. I never believed that their business could actually fail. So this is what it is. Their business is solid and growing. Their business is, and this is something that I've never had to consciously put my attention to because it's something that I give for granted, that I know, that I just know because it's normal for me. But this is a manifestation too. Even things that we give for granted, they are manifested from us. So going back to how does a powerful creator feel like? Or what does it feel like to be a powerful creator? And you can do this exercise too, where you kind of embody someone that you think is a powerful creator, or you embody the version of you that would be a powerful creator, anything that comes easier to you. Put yourself into that version of you. How would I feel? I would feel totally at ease with my reality because I know that everything comes from me. I would totally feel comfortable and confident because I know who I am. If I am one with my reality, there is no need for me to be scared of it because in any moment I can change it. And I would have this assumption where I know that everything that is created from me is benefiting me. Everything is benefiting me and my consciousness. The goal that I have in my life is to completely understand creation, completely understand how everything is created by me and that I'm working towards. And actually, there's no work that needs to be done because we already are the creators, but sometimes we just cannot see it. Sometimes, even if we have experienced it for a short period of time, sometimes we are confused because we can see it happening, but at the same time, we don't know how to apply it consistently and consistently having results. It is totally normal. There doesn't have to be phases. It's not about steps, it's not about phases. Everything is just happening. Everything is happening now. If I think back about those times where I didn't know about reality creation, I remember that I used to feel so much more anxious and unstable and scared. And I used to complain a lot. And I used to, the regular human being, no matter how stressed I am because I can't get out of a loophole, that's holding me back from creating my own reality exactly as I want it, I still am grateful. And if I think about the times where I first found out about the law, I'm like so relieved. When people tell you it's something that you are not in control of, it's something that you can control, it's something you never know what goes on in life, you know that it's not like that at all. And I do feel powerful and I do feel in control of having this knowledge, but I do realize, I do know that sometimes it kind of can be stressful because you know the truth, but you haven't exactly learned how to put it into work. But I know that it's gonna be worth it. And going back to embodying, that powerful creator would know what to do in every situation, so that would bring such a stability in emotions, thoughts, feeling. Everything would be stabilized. A powerful creator would completely enjoy the present moment because there's nothing to worry about. Because whatever thing you want, you know it's coming your way. So you can just enjoy the now moment. You can savor every moment, everything that you've never paid attention to. And you always have that energy around you. You always have that, you're always exuding that energy of just knowing who you are, of knowing what you can do, of knowing how reality works, of that energy of detachment too, because you don't need to be attached to anything that you know is just your reflection. Energy of being one with everything, because you know that everything is your mirror, so you don't feel separation, you feel one with everything, you feel union with everything. You recognize your reflection, you are at peace, completely at peace. You're enjoying this experience, you're letting go of every fear, of every doubt. Whenever they come up, whenever something unwanted comes up, you remind yourself that they have no power. Fears and doubts and chattering mind don't have any power. You can just let them go and just enjoy your life at the fullest. Powerful creator would always remember who they are. Having that faith where, I don't know if this happened to you, but sometimes in my sleep, in my dreams, I fly. I don't know how. Like in my dreams, sometimes I dream about flying. And before jumping off of a building, what do? I have that faith. It's not faith, it's like knowing, blind faith of knowing that. I don't know, it's like, it's not an urge of that I have to fly. I don't know why. I am in that part of the dream where I feel like I need to fly, okay? I don't know. It just happens sometimes. I'm about to jump off from wherever I am. It's like I jump off and I have full trust that I can fly. There's something that is supporting me. And I also know that if I start doubting about flying, I will fall. So I have that blind faith. It's not even blind faith, but it's more something that I feel like an energy coming from my inside. I feel like that energy rising from inside that tells me you can do it, you know how to fly, you are doing it, you can. And I just jump off and I fly in my dreams. But that is the same type of energy that you must have. Having that faith, strong faith. And even if you don't see anything, and your faith is stronger than anything you see around you. If you see the opposite of what you want, you're like, no, that's not it. That is not it. That is not what I want. That instead is what I want. So keep reminding yourself of that. And it keeps building up with such strong energy that it has no choice but to happen. Anyway, this is it. Oh my god.